Well, hey YouTube, so today guys, we are back here with some more Nintendo news here, and this story here is not necessarily good news, depending on what you thought of the Fire Emblem Warriors game that was on the Nintendo Switch, guys. Personally, I did not like the game. I played it for 1 minute at Nintendo World. I played it for about 1 minute, and I quickly realized this game was not for me. I put it down, and yeah, nobody was really playing that game in general. I remember when I went to Nintendo World maybe about a month ago at this point, they had a couple games. They had Splatoon 2, they had Mario Kart 8, they had Odyssey, they had Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, they had Fire Emblem Warriors. So those were the Switch games, and there were a couple of 3DS games, Detective Pikachu, Samus Returns, and I can't remember the last one. The point is, guys, I mean, there was a pretty long wait for all those games, but Fire Emblem Warriors was the one I saw that was consistently had a very short line or no line at all. I mean, the game is just it's not good, man. I'm definitely getting tired of these Dynasty Warriors games. I don't think they are of any particular quality or anything like that. I mean, they're basically just beat 'em up games or hack and slash games with this skin. Obviously this one's Fire Emblem. The last one I can think of with it was the Zelda one. Obviously the Zelda one was a little bit better because I mean in terms of the Zelda franchise, I mean, there's a lot to work with there. And Fire Emblem Warriors, once again, Fire Emblem, there's a bunch of stuff to work with. But personally, I just like Zelda more. I like that franchise more. I mean, it's probably, other than Mario, probably the most important franchise. You could say it's Pokemon, but how about this? It's top three. If you want to say Pokemon's more important than Zelda, you could say that. I'm not sure I don't think there's consensus on that, but okay, top three. Anyway, Fire Emblem, it's great too, but let's be honest here, it's probably not even a top five franchise. I mean, after the big three I just mentioned, I mean, I would have to say either Donkey Kong or Metroid or there's so many games you can think of. I'm sorry guys, I just don't think Fire Emblem is that big in terms of those other in Nintendo IPs. And the point is, it was harder for me to get into this game, knowing that the characters are not as memorable as Zelda, Link, Ganondorf. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you still had Marth, you still had Lucina and Chrom and all those guys, and that was fun. And you had Camilla. I like seeing Camilla, guys. Who doesn't like seeing Camilla in these games? But it was so similar to Zelda, but it was just worse because the characters are just not as well known to me as Zelda and Link and all those guys, and I hated it. I absolutely hated this game. I mean, honestly, I would give this thing a zero. To me, it was unplayable. The graphics didn't look anything better than maybe a PS2 game. Frame rate was dipping anytime there was any cool explosions, and like I don't know, man. Honestly, I would give it a zero. I could not play that game. I really could not play it, and I quickly passed it on to nobody because nobody was even behind me waiting for it. Even Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, a game that I don't think kids would enjoy as much as like adults and teens because it's strategic. It's not the easiest game. Even that game had a bigger line, and I don't think people even know about the Rabbids as well as they know Fire Emblem, but even that line was bigger, so just keep that in mind. Also, I remember the last game. They also had Kirby, the new Kirby game, Star Allies, that was there too. So yeah, overall, guys, yeah, if you do want to buy the game, even though I just trashed it for about 3 minutes and 40 seconds, Amazon link will be down below. Make sure you guys subscribe and like for daily news and reviews, and make sure you guys check out my website here. I've been working on a new feature. I spent a lot of time on this, guys. So I am creating right now a news section here. So we're gonna have some great news topics here. I'm probably gonna take the news stories I cover here, like this story now, and convert it to a written format here. But it's a long-term project. It's not gonna be done in a day or anything. But here's the first story we have right here. Obviously, it's not where I need it to be yet. But this is the basics, but there's more work to be done there. So we hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thank you and bye.